Now, just a year ago, the Italian town of L'Aquila was devastated by an earthquake. At the time, Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi pledged to rebuild the place for the thousands of people who lost their homes. But as Flavia Rotondi reports, there's still a lot to do.
This is the center of L'Aquila. Scores of shops stand closed, rubble remains, and scaffolding everywhere. Despite its appearance, this coffee shop is one of the few to have reopened against the advice of the authorities. It's the oldest in L'Aquila, and its owner is trying to rebuild her business.
Many old people have thanked me for reopening the shop. They told me at least one familiar place, a place I used to go. At least I will be able to see a small part of L'Aquila before I die.
12 months ago, the earthquake killed more than 300 people. It destroyed most of the medieval center. Now, just a few buildings, like this church, have been repaired. Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi promised to give shelter to the 70,000 people who lost their homes. But most of the new settlements are temporary and outside the city. The government promises to give temporary houses to 1,500 people still living in hotels on the Adriatic coast in the next few weeks. But people living in the old town of L'Aquila may wait for years before getting their old places back. To rebuild the city, the government has already spent 1.6 billion euros. It will have to invest at least 3 billion more in the next few years.
Most of the houses, the monuments, are severely damaged, completely damaged. So for security reasons, we need to keep isolated and to secure all the building before allowing the people and the population to go back.
The civil protection admits the medieval center of the city might remain off limits for 10 years. Most residents here don't want to wait that long. So every Sunday, the younger ones have decided to clear the debris with their own hands. They want to show the government their patience is running out.
The young people will eventually go back to their own homes. But I'm 76 years old. For me, well, it's a bit difficult.
Despite the efforts of the young generation, the older ones might never see their town restored to its former glory. Flavia Rotondi, Bloomberg News, L'Aquila.